So today I'm going to be comparing the Garmin 310xt with the Epson Sf-810. Now you'll notice that immediately the Garmin has a slightly easier to read display when it's in the neutral sort of mode, and the Epson's not very clear because of all the black. That's personal preference. I'm pretty sure you can turn that off, but it's what it's set up to. So I'm just going to start with a dummy recording on each machine. There we go, start there and start there. Just do a few seconds on each one. You'll see the Epson turns to a sort of white screen. Turn the light on so we can see what's going on. The light's a lot brighter on the Epson, but there's no brightness setting, whereas I have on my Garmin a brightness setting, so it doesn't get. Let's just stop them and stop that. There's no brightness setting on the Epson that I've found, which means that could be really blinding at night. Anyway, all that. Right, so I've done that, and now I'd like to change to another mode. Say let's go biking. Right, it's pretty simple on the Garmin. I just press mode, hold it in, and then it goes straight to, and I go bang, 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 bang. Let's say I want biking, then enter. Okay, let's try doing that on the Epson. Now, normally you do it with this light button, okay, but all you get are the options for laps and heart rates and all that sort of business. And okay, so it's not there. It's just not there. Okay, they've got all these screens. So what I have to do, the only way I can get to a change of mode on the Epson is to reset the entire thing. So let's reset it. Okay, so now I can try and change mode. Okay, activity type, activity, and then let's change it to run. Okay, enter, back. Okay, so that was reasonably painful, but remember I haven't had to reset the Garmin yet. It's so I can press start, and it's now on a bike mode, and it's still carrying on. What will happen is that it goes into an automatic multi-sport mode. Okay, let's start the Epson, and it's now obviously starting completely from scratch. You'll notice the split time is just the number of seconds it's been running just now. But if I look at the time on the Garmin, it says it's got a multi-sport bike mode, and it's got the total number of seconds that it's been running completely. Nothing's been changed. In fact, I believe, and I don't think I've ever tried this, I can actually change the sport mode whilst the timer is still running. So let's hold that down, and then go to running, enter. There we go, and it's gone to run. That is absolutely impossible on the Epson. If I try and hold down the light, which is the mode button, it doesn't do anything. It's 100% non-functional whilst the timer is. So let's stop the timer. Okay, now let's press that. Now let's get into the okay, but now I only get my laps and targets, heart alarms, all that sort of business. It's no good. Okay, if I want to change mode, I have to reset the entire thing. Notice the Garmin is still running. Now I've reset it. Now I have the possibility to change the activity type. Notice also the huge number of button presses to actually change the activity type. Okay, so let's just stop. Let's just stop the Garmin. Okay, so we've just shown the difference between changing sport modes or activity modes, and the Garmin is clearly pretty nippy on the case for doing that. You can use that in a triathlon. I couldn't use that in a triathlon. Well, it could be confusing the hell out of me, I think. Right, so here's the other interesting bit. I'd like to look at the history now. Let's see how I'm getting on. So let's press button there, and there, history, there we go. History, press enter, activities, and there we go, activity in progress. I can view more information about it if I want. Let's just view more, why not? Oops, wrong button, sorry. I meant to do that button. And we get to see the laps and the averages and all that sort of business. And then it's just back, 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 back. And oops, it's lost its satellites, we'll ignore that. And there we go. And it's all there. Now, if I want to view the history on the Epson, it's absolutely bizarre. Okay, the timer isn't even running. Okay, there's no way I can get at it. What I have to do, I have to basically turn it off. So I have to hold this down. So, you know, go into clock mode. Let's try the lap button. Right, okay. Now, now I've got a recall on this, and I have to go down to the one, and that's the last one, and that just shows me obviously there's no miles or anything on this one because we didn't go anywhere. And back, delete, all that business. But the important thing is here, the watch is completely non-functional. That is the only way I can get to history. Now compare that to the Garmin. Press start. Okay, so time's running. I'm on a run. Press the display, history, enter, activities, activity in progress, and I can actually see what's going on in the activity that's going on. Time is still running, haven't lost anything. I can go back and then back there, and it's lost a satellite, but we'll ignore that. And see the time is still running. Okay, now to actually now start the activity on an Epson, I have to press start, and now it's got to load the satellites all over again. I'm going to press skip because I'm not going to wait, and now I can press start. Okay, so that's timing. Just look at the number of seconds we've been running. Again, if I want to change mode, I want to change into, so I've just jumped off my bike or whatever and I now want to do the run, I can't just, so I'm going to have to press stop, reset, okay, mode, activity type, change it to run, enter, back. Now I can start. I wasn't counting, but that's probably about 10 seconds. Okay, let's do the same on the Garmin. Let's say I'm running, so now I want to jump on the bike. Okay, so we instantly press enter, running, bike, enter, and I don't even have to press start, stop, the timer's still running, and there you go, it's all happy. So a very large amount of button presses on the Epson, very few button presses on the Garmin. It intelligently handles different sports, and also on the Epson you're locked out of certain screens, which is you know, there's some things are physically impossible to get access to whilst either the timer is running or you're in another screen. I have 100% access that I want to all the information I want at any point on the Epson, sorry, on the Garmin, and that's what I would expect.